Okay, guys. So let's continue some of our previous discussions, which were those questions. So today we are discuss about the cause and effect, and the most important thing is the based on from your position. That is the key. The cause and effect is there, is whatever happening in the world, but you're the one who make that call to how looking at this cause and effect. So there is a triangle right here. This is the key. There's always a triangle. You are in the middle between cause and effect. So whatever cause and effect you see, it's meaningless happenings except unless you make that call. So you are make that understanding of this, you are making that value of what that cause and effect is. Do not we have to put that as when you thinking about the Buddhism and thinking about your own practice, religious practice, including Buddhism or outside of the Buddhism. If you can put that your this perspective, and I'll guarantee you that this will help you to understanding more deeper level. So those example we just earlier had is the one I see this uneasiness of the behavior, someone else's behavior, and that is my perspective to looking at it. So if that is uneasy for me, then that is the think enough to know that is I have to see what is going on in myself, what is going on in my experience, whatever that I see, whatever the problem I have. This may get to a little more difficulty to understand. I understand it, but this needs some practice rather than just purely understanding by our conversation. We do actually need to put ourselves into some practice and into in day-to-day experience. Whenever I have that situation and I'm fully aware that I'm having some kind of issue in my mind, and that's the time you can pull this lecture. Just remind yourself that is the time that you can utilize it and cherish that moment and looking at yourself. What is going on in your mind? What things are bothers you? That could be layer after layer you can peel. But first important thing is you have to observe it. You have, without putting any flavor into it. You just observe it as it is before you make any judgments. Of course, you already make judgments. That's nothing wrong about it, but trying to be objective as much as you can to that emotion, not the person or things happening out there. Okay, trying to focusing on to yourself, into that emotion, and just trying to be relaxed, trying to if meditate help or prayer help or any other means helping you, or music or whatever it is, it helping you to calm down, and it will help you to looking into it. you observe it. So that's why the meditation is take effect. So meditation is helping you to calm yourself down as a like a surface of the water, surface of this this the water in this cup. If your mind is metaphorically, if that is your mind in the water, your your consciousness is kind of the unseen vase or a cup that holding this fluid consciousness, and all this consciousness is your memories. It's uh, drop by drop. All these countless drops are your memories, and that accumulates into this your consciousness, or even deeper to unconsciousness, whatever it is. But the main key is this surface right here is fluctuating. Whatever the stimulus I give into this cup, it fluctuates. So your mind is like this. It constantly, going upside down, and it's like there is some wave is going on, and that's that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. This is human being. We are all having this emotion. Things is going on. That's why we are alive, right? But the thing is, if that emotion bothers you, that is the problem. If whatever it bothers you, that is trying to focusing on this rather than pointing out to somebody else, trying to put that point down to here, be brave enough to focus on yourself. So your mind is fluctuating like a huge wave in the ocean, like, more so like this. But meditation physically, mentally helping you to calm itself down. So when you focus and relaxed, there's a key. You're focused but relaxed. Normally, when we focus, we're intense. When we working hard, when we study hard, we're fully focused, but with tension, in one single purpose. But meditation is more like first initially you have to ease your body. Your shoulder has to be not in too much tension. You're physically, but at the same time you're still focused, right? So you have to straighten up your spinal cord. You don't bending down like this, like watching your cell phone, but you have to be you know straightforward to put yourself very straight, and relax yourself, quiet area, and just sit down. You can sit on the chair or doing the lotus posture. Your feet, your foot like this. You might see some Buddhist statues, but there is no restriction. You don't have to do that. But mainly is you have to find yourself very comfortable place and relaxed yet focused, and watch your mind, like watching this cup. If that is fluctuating, trying to relax a little bit more, and using your breathing breathing in, breathing out, on your bottom of your umbilical cord. So normally we people tending to breathe only very shallow from your upper lung area. Like that really like shallow, but you can breathe even deeper into full capacity using full you know the cavity of your lung. So you breathe once you breathing, uh, oxygenate, your 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 body, your physical body, and that will helping you to that oxygen will flow into your 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 vein, and it'll go up to your brain. Your blood will oxygenate your brain, and it'll light it up. You'll be more awakened in a sense. And also that breathing will giving you oxygenate all your body more relaxed and helping you to fully aware being yourself. Okay, this is just telling the technique to focus, and do not misunderstanding you have to be in this like living like this forever. This is just a momentary intentionally find yourself uh, a meditative status in short period of time. It could be 5 minutes or even 1 minute, 5 minutes, or 30 minutes, or up to an hour. Okay, so when you calm yourself down, breathing in, breathing out, and focus, and trying to uh, not to looking at other things, because that doesn't helping. Because the way our human being is, when we're looking at things, we're starting to getting distracted and trying to thinking different things and trying to make the judgments again. So focusing on yourself just for 5 minutes, just for 5 minutes, give yourself a break from all the burden have in you in our life. You are making your call. Not nothing in this world should bother within these 5 minutes. Nothing. No one can do that. And I am willing to just disguise myself, discount myself, and just put down everything. Whatever hat I wear during the day, you might have multiple hats, being a different position, different title. You put it down and just being who you are, just being honest to accept that who you are, and you're not bothered by anything else, and just looking at it. And when it's calm, you start to seeing your mind inside this consciousness, because this surface much calm and serene, and it's more clear. So when the surface is fluctuating, it's all the whatever you see is twisted. So you are not seeing the actual real thing, what's inside in your mind. You cannot see it. It's stirred with the mud. It's disturbed. But when you calm, all this mud is getting down, drained to, into the bottom, and you're seeing that more clearly. You can looking at it. Just looking at your inside, what's having yourself. And you'll be surprised there is many things you forgot, you're not aware. And you'll be surprised there is many things are trivial things, little things from the past, from your childhood, from your past experience, either good experience, feeling bad experience, so-so experience, or someone who, come across in your life and you totally forgot about it, but that person may have some impact on you one way or another. And you totally forgot about that because that's already done, past, gone. But you're looking at it, you found it. And there's many experiences you may doesn't want to reveal anymore. Those things you are the one has to deal with, has to resolve it in your mind. And I'm not here to looking at it to resolve those things. You just watch it, you just observe it, and just realize, excuse me, I'm losing my voice, but realize this is how you make yourself become who you are at this level. This is who you are. And you observe it and you accept it yourself. This is who you are. And the more you clearly understand, the more I should thank myself that all these memories, all these experiences, either good, either bad, either so-so, something unrecognizable, all these little things, nuts and bolts are formed together, mix it together one way or another, become myself as it is at this point. So if you understand that, you should appreciate whatever you owned, because no one can replace this. No one can take it from you. No one can take it from you for your own consciousness, from your own mind. This is your most important asset that you have. Because of this, you can carry on your life. Because of this, you can have today's experience that include this course. Because of this, leading you to being who you are, to meet me, to meet someone else today. And that is the cause and effect, which is unknown by our own logical thinking. But that's happened because of this you, as who in your consciousness make you let this happening occur today. And if you're looking at it very deeply, the more deeper you see, the more enlightened you will be. And you will be cherish every single person you come across in your life. Let me reiterate again. Every single person, every single human being you come across in your life will have some meaning unto you. And that, if you clarify that, you'll be enlightened one. You'll be a Buddha. You're done deal. You finish it. You're in the heaven. Okay, you're perfect. No one, you don't need any further answer. You got it. That's a wish, but let me tell you that start with this simple thing, looking at yourself, with breathing in and breathing out. Let me tell you the fish. The fish, in the tank, fish tank. If this is a fish tank and there's a fish inside, that fish doesn't know it's in the water, because the water is the like a like a air to the fish. The fish doesn't feel he or she is in the water, inside the water, because he's living with it. The air, oxygen, the air we have, we don't really feel that we're breathing, but we are breathing 24-hour non-stop. Our muscle, the breathing muscle, the what is that called, esophagus, that is designed automatically reacting. So you don't think when you breathe, but you do breathing in and out 24-hour. Without that, 1 minute, or maybe even more, even a little bit longer, couple of minutes, human, you're we can we can continue our life, right? So we are living in this air all the time, but we totally forgot about that, like a fish in the water. Same thing, our mind, we are if you're thinking a little bit deeper, we're always having ourselves into a, we're constantly having thought process, no matter you are aware of it or not. You make decisions, constantly, right? And that decisions come from your thought process. And that thought process, if you're thinking carefully, is connecting with other thoughts in your mind. It's like a tree or plant. It's kind of, you know, evolving. And that thought also connected with others. You're talking with someone else all the time, with your people around you. So your thought is affecting, influencing others. Someone is influencing you. So we are interchanging our thoughts. So it's all like a network. Uncountable thoughts are going every single day. And we are not aware that we are in that position. All these thoughts not only happen once, but that accumulating, it's into this, like this water, accumulates as an environment. So we're in the environment of consciousness that is uncountable level of consciousness are floating around, but we are not aware that we are in it. So throughout this meditation, when you calm yourself, you can see more clearly in deep into it yourself. Then you understand, ah, I was in there. I was in the water. Okay, so that's kind of the nutshell to let you understand what the Buddhist meditation is, and that will helping you to understand yourself, to know what's going on in this world, cause, effect. Thank you for our students who brought these questions today. Because of you, our lecture can be leading into this today's conclusion. Our cause, effect, and this you are in between, and make that observing those realities, like this bottle of water. You have to be inside to make that decision. Cause, effect, and yourself, and you're constantly has to watch yourself, and you'll be enlightened by doing that. It's been proven. You should try it. Okay? Hopefully that will give you some insights for tonight. And hopefully this will change your life in one single, minor way. So hopefully this will cultivate your mind, and as well as because of your change, you will helping someone else's in your life. Thank you very much, and I shall see you next week. Next week is midterm, so I may have a short, lecture next week, but I will keep continue. Thank you. Bye-bye.